Good evening. Greetings from Bangladesh. This is Toufiq Zohur speaking as your host. Thank you everyone, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching this program around the world. Again, thanks. And title of our today's program, The World of Poetry, Recitations in Poetess Voice. Today our episode number is going 94. The sky of poetry is one, though the all poets lives around the world, but their thinking thought are same. Poetry has no boundaries. Poetry united people. So we are here, and for the second time in Uddan Little Magazine live history, again we have arranged this program. Only the poetess world who are writing this time is very important. So, friends, now I am inviting one by one all poets who are invited today. Thank you, everyone. First of all, I am inviting from Bangladesh poetess Mahfuza Ananna. Now, I am introducing one of the persuasive poetess who is from Bangladesh. She is Mahfuza Ananna. She is a poetess and article writer. She started her writing when she was a school student. She has seriously starting her writing in 2015. She published 5 poetry books. Title of her books Sonali Ashok, কামাত্য নগরের কামিজ এবং নাভির কান্না আশি দোররা চুম্বন and ত্রিভুজ ফুল শনিবার ফোটে. She is a Masters of Science. Her subject was mathematics. Professionally, she is a teacher. She is the chief instructor in math and head of the department of KPI College in Dhaka. She is a popular young poetess in Bangladesh. Now, I am inviting poetess Mahfuza Ananna to read out her first poem today. Thank you.
Thank, thanks all guys and poets, and thanks honorable poet Toufiq Zohur. আজকে এই সন্ধ্যায় সুন্দর একটি অনুষ্ঠানে আমাকে কবিতা পড়ার আমন্ত্রণ জানানোর জন্য আমি কবি তৌফিক জহুরকে আন্তরিক অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি। আমি প্রথমে যে কবিতাটি পড়ব, কবিতার নাম হচ্ছে শহরের নাম মাহফুজা অনন্যা। কাছে আসো মাহতিম, নিবিড় ভালোবাসো, ছুঁয়ে দাও দুর্ভিক্ষর দেহ, হয়ে যাও শিল্পাচার্য জয়নুল আবেদিন, রং তুলিতে এঁকে ফেলো ক্ষুধার সূচক, হৃদয় খুলে দেখাও মানবিক জাদু, আগুন চালো গুপ্তঘাতক, তোমার প্রেমে আমি পড়তে চাই, মাটির মিথুন ভুলে জ্বলতে চাই, অনন্তকাল জ্বলতে চাই, আমাকে স্পর্শ করো, করোনা রোগীর চেয়েও কাতর, ইমিউনোসিস্টেম বাড়িয়ে দাও, অসার দেহে হয়ে যাও কার্যকরী স্ক্যাবোসিক্স, বসন্তে কোকিলের শুশ্রূষা দাও, কণ্ঠে ঢালো জাদু, সারাদিন গাইব আমি মাহতিম মাহতিম, প্রবাহিত করো হাতের তালু, মিলিয়ে দাও চোখের ভাঙন, ফাল্গুনের আকাশে সূর্য উঠলেও চেয়ে দেখো আলো ঢোকে না হাড়ের গুহায়, তরল মাংসে শীত জমে আছে, তোমার বুকের চুল্লি জেলে আধার ঘুচাও আমার বুকের, শুধু মুখ নয় শুধু বুক নয়, পুড়িয়ে দাও জীবন, তোমার প্রেমে পুড়ে পুড়ে ভস্য হতে চাই, বশীকরণ তাবিজে পুড়িয়ে মারো, খাক হয়ে যাক অনন্যা শহর, জ্বলে যাক লোকালয়, আকাশে বাতাসে ধ্বনিত হোক ভালোবাসি ভালোবাসি, অনন্ত দুর্ভাগা অনন্যা শহরের কান্না, মাহতিম যে শহরে তুমি বসত করো ঘুমাও, সে শহরের নাম মাহফুজা অনন্যা। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you. Thank you, poetess Mahfuza Ananna, for your.
আমাকে সুযোগ দিলে আমি আরো একটি কবিতা পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি, তারপরে কিছুক্ষণ বিরতি নিব, পরে আবার ঢুকবো।
Okay, as a poetess Mahfuza Ananna is sick today, so she will read another poetry now. Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ। এখন যে কবিতাটি পড়ব, কবিতার নাম লালন গীতি। এই কবিতাটি আমি উৎসর্গ করেছি কবি তৌফিক জহুরকে। মাতিমের ডান হাতে রাখা গোল চামচটিতে এক টুকরো মাশরুম হয়ে গেলাম। ঠোঁটের স্পর্শে মাশরুম টুকরোটি মুখের এপাশ ওপাশ ঘুরিয়ে স্বাদ নিচ্ছে। ইচ্ছের সম্ভোগে আমিও চাটছি মাহতিমের ঠোঁট। রক্তের সেতারে টুংটাং লালন গীতি। সমস্ত শিল্প আঙুল বেয়ে তরতরিয়ে উঠে যাচ্ছে শিরা উপশিরায়। কাঁপছে শরীরের ছোট ছোট রেস্তোরাঁ। রোদের ফড়িংগুলো উড়ছে, দুলছে ক্যারোটিনযুক্ত সবজি, সোনালি রূপালি মেনু। সুগন্ধি ঝাঁকঝাঁক কবিতা বারান্দা বাগানে। জীবনের অসমাধানযোগ্য ভুলের চেয়েও সাবলীল সে কবিতা। যৌবনের কালো ব্যাধি কিংবা ক্ষতর চেয়েও আরো বেশি সুন্দর। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you. Thank you very much, poetess Mahfuza Ananna, for your beautiful performance today. You have brilliant starting. Now, I am inviting poet poetess Lucilla Tarapazzo from Italy. Now, I am introducing one of the eminent poetess who is from Swiss Italian. She is Lucilla Tarapazzo. She is a poetess, translator, artist, and performer. After years spent abroad for studies and work in the DDR, Brussels, Washington, D.C., and New York City, she was live in Zurich, Switzerland. She published 4 poetry books. She is a poetry editor of Mockup magazine, Italy, and of Insights literary journal, India. She participated many international festivals around the world. Her poetry and others' work have been translated into 16 languages and published in international anthologies and literary magazines. Her poems have been awarded numerous prizes. She got some prestigious award from Globe for her outstanding performance of poetry. She convinced supporter of human rights and the planet. Her social and feminine point of view is reflected in many of her writings. From one of her poems, Salmodia, which tells of a child bride, a video was made. In her work, Lucilla often seeks a synthesis between different artistic languages. Now, I am inviting Lucilla Tarapazzo to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this thorough and beautiful introduction. It's the first time I'm here, and I'm really, really happy, honored, and particularly happy because I see a lot of women. And this is, in my opinion, very important. I'm going to read the first poem I'm going to read. It talks about the moment before you start writing. It's a poem about words. And I will read, since it's a short one, I will read both in Italian and in English. A volte arriva una parola, una scia luminosissima e chiacchierina, che apre il cielo in ipotesi di spazio, portale spazio-tempo. A volte resta lì e non so che farne, si posa sulla testa che l'accoglie con le mani unite. A croce, per fare nido agli astri, per me sempre la luna. O forse semina nel vuoto, nel semi al vento, già il sapore rosso della mela. Sometimes a word comes along, and it's a bright and chatty trail, opening the sky in hypothesis of space, a space-time portal. Sometimes it stays there, and I don't know what to do with it. It rests on my head, I welcome it with my hands joined to make a nest for the stars, for me always the moon. Or maybe it sows into the void, in the seed strewn in the wind. There is already the red taste of apples. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucilla Tarapazzo, for your beautiful starting. Now I am inviting Kisha Nikolakis from Greece. Now I am inviting and introducing one of the well-known poetess who is from Greece. She is Krisha Nikolakis. She is the poetess, theologist, literature critic, and translator. She writes fairy tales and critiques in several magazines. She graduated from University of Athens theology department with Masters of Art. She has published literary studies in many scientific theological journals. In 2017, she published her first poetry book and title of the book Sea Gate. Her latest poetry book is Miracles and Fairies. Now I am inviting Krisa Nikolakis to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend, for the invitation. I'm also very glad to be among so great women of poetry. And I want to say that my last book, I didn't add it in the introduction, is Woman Shaolin Woman, and is dedicated to my friend that I lost, Natasha, in a very young age. And this is a very dynamic book of poetry which speaks against violence. So I dedicate it to all women. I want to read to you a poem of mine called Preciousness. Empty hands begging for forgiveness, and the God above telling him to stop crying. You still have your wife, your children, you're still alive. I'm with you, who like birds in the sky, you're searching for shelter, like butterflies foraging flowers, and hippies, the sunflowers. Search for your soul to find your joy, and you'll never starve again. Soul's most precious ingredient is love. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend Krisha Nikolakis, for your beautiful starting. Now I am inviting poetess Mili Das. Now I am introducing one of the well-known poetess who is from India. She is a poetess reciter. Her poem has been published different countries around world. Internationally, she is a well-known poetess. Her first poetry, Opekha Korchi Bondi Kofine, was published in January 2019. Demand for her lovely poems of new dimension from common people all over India urged her to publish her second poetry book, Raj Bhavaner Shamne, and third English poetry book, You Are Still There, published from Romania. Fourth English poetry book, Never Broken, published from Florida, America. Her fifth Bengali poetry book, Asia মহাদেশের বুকে, published in Kolkata, Book Fair 2022. Poetess Mili Das was honored and awarded by the Honorable Vice President of India, Sri M. Venkai Naidu, on 18 September 2021 from Parliament House, New Delhi, for translating in immortal lines from the poem of famous Tamil poet Subramania Bharatiyar to commemorate the Memorial Day centenary of Mahakobi Bharati. She was received many awards for her poetry from different parts of her country and abroad. She got a doctorate degree from Princeton Church and University. Now I am inviting poetess Mili to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toufiq Zohur Bhai, for inviting me in this beautiful program. And I am honored, very honored. This is a very beautiful poets. With them, I am one of them. And thank you so much, all of you. I am reciting a poem named I Don't Want to Die from the book You Are Still There, my first poetry book. From here, I am reciting I Don't Want to Die. Death is knocking at the door of my life, but I don't want to die. He says to me, after some time, you will be turned into burning ashes, and then there will be no trace of you. Death is knocking at the door of my life, but I don't want to go to his country. He's saying again and again, the pyre for you is ready now, and there is no way to come back. Death is knocking at the door of my life, but I don't want to go with him. I don't know how I may return to this lovely earth. Every moment he is embracing with me. Death is knocking at the door of my life, but I don't want to respond to him. He says, I'm sitting beside your bed, decorated with lovely flowers. You don't know what will happen after some time. Death is knocking at the door of my life, but I don't want to die. I want to lie badly. I never want to leave this beautiful earth, which is heaven for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. This is my
Thank you.
first poem, Heaven.
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
don't want to
poetess
die.
Milidas, for your beautiful starting today. Thank you. Really, it was a emotional attachment poem. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting Gulnoza Amirova from Uzbekistan. Now, I am introducing one of the young poetess who is from Uzbekistan. She has been rewarded the state prize of intelligent and active student. Beside that, she was proudly awarded with Student of the Year 2019. She started teaching English at Samarkand State Institute of Foreign Language. She has published more than 20 scientific articles and made a social project about teaching English effectively. Gulnoza was certified by the World TESOL Academy Certification and TCCP, that means TESOL Core Certificate Program of TESOL International Association. She is a winner of about 30 international competition. Now I am inviting poetess Gulnoza Amirova to read out her first poem today. Thank you.
First of all, thank you for inviting me to such a wonderful project, and I'm so glad. And so I wrote my poems in Uzbek, then translated into English. Now I want to study for you. Do not love, do not love me, never love. The nature of the bite will be severe when your heart burns on me. Embrace not always hurt me. Although I wrote about love, this feeling is strange to me. All at nights I think only about poetry, my soul made of searching words. I also pick words in my dreams. I do not want to obey your heart. Poetry is my intense love. I cannot live without it. My life began to love poetry and will end with loving. Do not love me, never love. And the second poem is about my mother, and I named it my hero. Mom, you are a wonderful mother, so gentle yet so strong. So many ways you show your care. Always make me feel I belong. You're patient when I'm foolish. You give guidance when I ask. It seems you can do most anything. You are the master of every task. You are a dependable source of comfort. You are my cushion when I fall. You help in times of trouble. You support me whenever I call. I love you more than you know. You have my total respect. If I had my choice,
Hello. Gulnoza, Amirova, do you hear me? I think there is a net problem. Now I am inviting Pilar, López, Amorelli. Now I am introducing one of the persuasive poetess who is from Argentina. She started her writing when she was a school student. At the same time, she started painting and doing sculpture, and then she went to a theater workshop. She had also exhibition at the city's museum Casa de Hernandez, Galleries Palacio Thomas Cabrera's A Gallery, the City of Deliberate Council. She attended virtually many poetry festivals. Her poem has been translated by poet Santosh Kumar Pokhrel and published some magazine and web magazine. Now I am inviting poetess Pilar Lopez to read out her first poem today. Thank you.
Hello, thank you so much, Toufiq. Thank you for this opportunity. And in this moment that is all about crisis, and I want to read about love. It is whirlwind. Love me in your arms like this, slowly and delicately. Want to see the words on your on skin touching. My soul wants to talk at the rhythm of your lips. Like this, clearly, want to hear you. Like this, sharply, want to see you. Like this, blindly, want to desire you. Like this, plainly, want to love you. Cover me on your lips and satiate me with the kiss that was forgotten. Wash me up of ungrateful sadness, stalkers of dreams of past lives. I want to uh, read it in Spanish also. Torbellino. Ámame en tus brazos, así, lenta y delicadamente, que las palabras se vean en los roces de la piel. Mi alma desea hablar al ritmo de tus labios. Así, claramente quiero escucharte. Así, nítidamente quiero verte. Así, ciegamente quiero desearte. Así, llanamente quiero amarte. Cúbreme en tus labios y sáciame con el beso que quedó en el olvido. Lávame de tristezas ingratas, acechadores de sueños de vidas pasadas. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your beautiful starting, Pilar López Amorelli. Now again, I am going to poetess Lucilla Tarapazzo. Now again coming poetess Lucilla Tarapazzo without her second poem today. Thank you.
Yes, I will read only in English this time, and I must say that I've been inspired by Gulnoza while she was reading the poem for her mom. So at the last moment, I changed my poem, and I'm reading now a poem for my mother. My mother is sitting next to me at the doctor's. My mother is here, and she's not really here. She's missing some pieces. One day she lost her teeth, then her hearing, she lost a breast, a lung, her hair. My mother lost the trains, the buttons, and her mother, and the childhood. One day, my mother lost a son. Others, she let them go. My mother holds her name in her pocket. It once was worth banners and money. A country has my mother, and a house overflowing with butterflies. My mother has three birds. She keeps them tied to her side with cords of various colors. When the wind rises, they hit her flank in attempt of a flight. My mom has rhinestones bars and smoke violets among her asbestos hair. My mom has a crease on her face and a padlock. My mother has a pain and a rosary, a branch planted on her neck and an empty grave between her father and her mother. My mother has three daughters and better verses than mine. My mother is in the mirror and she looks me in the eyes. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your beautiful performance for your second poem. Now I am inviting Krisha Nikolakis. Now again coming poetess Krisha Nikolakis to read out her second poem today. Thank you. Please unmute your phone. Krisha, please unmute your phone. Unmute your phone. Right. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. It's okay. You can hear me. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. So I will read to you an erotical poem that I wrote, and today I had the pleasure to listen that it is translated and in English language from my friend Billy Wallach in America, and it's in Civic Literature Journal. I want you like a fallen angel who reached his heaven and drank water from the crystal spring. I want you like a flower that discovered the Castalian spring in a Jewish desert. I want you like a lake that yearns for its escape to the untraveled ocean into which to merge. I wish I could become light, wind upon your lips, to get the kiss of your water through your pitcher is too small, and how can it quench me? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your beautiful poem
Thank you,
again.
my friend.
Now I am inviting poetess Mili Das. Now again coming poetess Mili Das to read out her second poem today. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is the poem that my teacher, school teacher, told me that today is my retired day and you will write a poem about me. At the time, I recited a poem about her. The title of the poem, It's Time to Go Back. One day I became the owner of this garden. When I took first trip here, each plant was very small. I watered every tree. I gave love and affection. The blooming flowers played with me. They became my friend. I scold them sometimes. I love them sometimes. I tell them what is right and what is wrong. I wiped the dust of their skin. When a gust wind came, they bowed their heads, guided them as a mother. I gave them confidence to stand up again. I gave them courage. I said, let the storm come, but never beg, be strong. When I wish I wandered around the garden, every tree binds me to their love. They become my friends. I taught them how to take fresh air. I told them how to be as bright as rising sun. Now the small seedlings turns into big trees. My days of teaching are over. The time for caring of this garden is over. Now I am old. It's time to take rest under their shadow. This is the truth. We don't understand how the wheel of life flows with the time. This journey come to an end. Now it's time to take rest. Now it's time to return my own home. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Poetess Milidas, for your beautiful poem again.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Now, I am inviting Poetess Gulnoza Amirova. Now, coming Poetess Gulnoza Amirova to read out her second poem today.
A place next to you. There is a place of peace. There is a place of joy. A place away from loneliness. A place away from pain. That place is next to you, a sacred garden where black and white become a colorful place of loving and resting. There is you and only you. Cares of the world melting away. Anger and fear are not allowed. Prejudice cannot enter. A place where two hearts beat as one. A place where two souls are interwoven. A place that I long to come back to again and again. A place of sweet abandon. A place next to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Gulnoja Amirova, for your beautiful second poem. Now I am inviting Poetess Pilar López Amorelli. Now coming Poetess Pilar López Amorelli to read out her second poem today. Thank you. Do you hear me, Pilar López? Pilar López, do you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
Please carry on. Now coming Poetess Pilar López Amorelli to read out her second poem today. Thank you.
Yes, my second poem is about love, still about love, but I'm going to read it in Spanish, in my mother language.
Okay.
Sentido desvaído. Envuelve en tus plegarias el beso que quedó en el olvido, los harapos de mi alma y los pensamientos sin sentido. Porque es tu pérdida mi guía en el camino y tus razones mi velo del destino. Es cuidadoso el sombrío designio que me llevó a tu pérdida y a volverse canción en el olvido a mi alma y a mi corazón partido. Porque eres tú por quien soñé la vida y eres tú el que marcará mis días hasta que mis plegarias sean escuchadas y retornes otra vez a mi vida. Es por ti por quien yo vivo y es por ti por quien he revivido. Si mis sueños se conceden, llévame al olvido de este triste y sombrío objetivo, en el que la incoherente seguidilla de testigos hizo de tu amor un desvaído sentido. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Pilar López. Amorelli. Due to some technical problem, there is not seen the visualization. So our another guest may be joined. I think Nina Alexi has to join. Uh, right? Nina Alexi, do you hear me, Nina Alexi? Nina Alexi, please unmute
Yes,
your phone.
thank you, Toufiq Zohur. Thank you very
Thank you
much
very much. Yes,
for the
now I am
invitation. Yes,
introducing one of the important poetess who is from Greece. She is Nina Alexi. She studied performance art, theatre, creative writing, etc. in London with British government scholarship at Middlesex Polytechnic, WAC, Interchange Associated Guild of Dance and Drama, Training School of Dance from 1981 to 1990, and elsewhere she worked many organizations. Maximum workplace of her was cultural and educational. She published 6 books. Her poetry book, which is entitled Anin Exela Alexandria, was published 2017. Her poems are included in the Encyclopedia of Modern Greek Literature, Harry Percy 2017, Contemporary Greek Poets, Papas 2020, Greek Women Poets of the 20th Century, Gentrox 2021, Encyclopedia of World Poet Association 2021, etc. Her poems were also published in many anthologies around the world. Her poems have been translated into English, Italian, Spanish, French, Bengali, and Arabic. She received some prestigious awards from her great contribution in poetry. She received first prize from Athens for her beautiful poem Pontiac Mother in 2019. Now I am inviting poetess Nina Alexi to read out her first poem today. Thank you.
thank you very much, Toufiq. Can you hear me?
Yes,
You can
yes.
hear
We are
me.
here.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Thanks very
Okay,
much.
my first poem is entitled Bleeding Globe. Hedgerows embroidered with ache, crushed flowers bleeding, staining continents. A lamentation awakens me, a universal agony to exorcise the grief and all its vagrant brothers, who prove me with heavy colds in the summers, leaving me nudity during the orphaned winters. Here I'm dying, here I flutter, in unlit darkness, in unequal trials who persistently seek me to live. Reveries, wanderings, hesitations. Guilty are those of us who believed in bare naked lies, for smiling at the executioners of the dream. Guilty are we who drank the sinner's laughter from the sweet liquor of oblivion. We rested upon the vampire's promises. Guilty are those of us who nourished with mockery our mornings. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As the all poetess has to completed their 2 poems, but you have to read only 1 poem. So I again invite you to read out your second poem. Now again coming poetess Nina Alexi to read out her second poem today. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to read you a short poem in Greek. It's called An Imun, which means if I were. This poem I wrote λουλούδι
Unmute yourself.
Your voice is not we are hearing. So, Nina Alexi, do you hear me? We cannot hear your voice, but we can see you on screen, but we cannot hear your voice. Do Can you hear me? Nina, can you hear me? I think there is a connection problem, so it's better you leave the studio and again entered. You just leave the studio and again entered. Okay, you just leave the studio and again entered into the studio. Then I think sound will be clear. Thank you very much. Now again I am going to poetess Lucilla Tarapazzo. Now again coming poetess Lucilla Tarapazzo to read out her third poem today. Thank you.
Yes. At the beginning, you mentioned a poem about a child bride that was also transformed into a video and for the Italian TV. I want to read that one. And if I may, I would read in Italian and in English, otherwise only in Italian. You tell me. Salmodia. Dondola, dondola, bimba cannella, tintinna in argento, il sorriso di latte. Dondola piccola sull'altalena, raccogli del gioco il piano infinito. L'ora si addensa, tende la mano, si sbriciola il nome, si spezza la fune. Se sposa regina, se sposa bambina, mia mandorla acerba coperta di oro. Oh, straziante il violino che stride, che miete silenzio. Svegliati vento, che pieghi il canneto, scatena tempesta di rena e di ghiaccio, afferra la vento che riempì le spighe, fa che non senta, fa che sia lieve. Sciogli la vento che sparge sementi e levala in volo, in campi di sole, di grano maturo, di fiocchi, di stelle. Aprite le porte, squarciatemi il grembo, è rossa la notte di ruta anfisbena, aprite le porte, versate le miele, scritto nelle spezie il nome, aprite le porte, donate le bambole, aprite le porte, straziate il mio ventre, aprite le porte, aprite le porte. Salmodi, for a child bride. Rock-a-bye baby, my cinnamon girl, it tinkles in silver your smile of milk. Swing, my little, on the seesaw and gather the infinite plan of the game. The hour thickens, it stretches, it sands. The name crumbles, the rope breaks. You are the queen bride, you are a child bride, my little green almond covered with gold. Painful the violin, it screeches, it harvests the silence. Wake up, wind, bending the reeds, unchain a storm of sand and of ice. Grab her, wind, filling the spikes. Let her not feel, let it be light. Dissolve her, wind, spreading the seeds. Take her off, flying in sunny fields of wheat that is golden, of stars and of flakes. Open the doors, tear up my womb, red is the night and crushed Amphisbina. Open the doors and pour in the honey, her name is written with colors and spices. Open the doors and offer her dolls. Open the doors, tear up my belly, open the doors, open the doors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lucilla Tarapazzo. Really, it touches our heart. Amazing poetry, fantastic. Really, we are thundered. I think all the viewers who are watching this program, this poetry already touches their heart. Thank you again for your beautiful poem. Thank you very much. Now I am going to my friend Krisha Nikolakis. Now again coming poetess Krisha Nikolakis to read out her third poem today. Thank you. Krisha, please unmute your phone. Krisha, please unmute your phone. Xrisa, Nikolaki, please unmute your phone. We cannot hear your voice.
It's
Xrisa, we
okay.
cannot.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you, my
Oh,
friend.
thank you.
I have another poem, which is called Image. At the first glimpse of dawn, the graceful sun spreads the summer's conflagration onto our bedsheets. When winged Eros charges through the window to appease his hunger, Acid rests his arms on our sweaty bodies. Thank you. This is Image. Thank you. I don't...
Toufiq, we cannot hear you. Unmute yourself.
I can't listen to you.
We can't hear you. Toufiq bhai,
Yes?
we can't hear you. Please unmute. Please unmute.
Can't hear you, Toufiq.
Toufiq, we can't hear you.
And unmute
Toufiq
your
bhai, please
phone.
unmute.
I
Okay,
think
yes, it's okay now. It's
Nina,
okay.
Out.
do you hear me?
Yeah,
Nina, do
Yes,
you
now
hear
yes,
me?
yeah.
we can hear you now.
Nina, do you hear me? I think she's not in. Nina, do you hear me? In Bangladesh today is now heavy raining. So due to that reason, I think there is some net problem also. I'm sorry. Uh, okay, no problem. Now I am going to inviting poetess Mili. I cannot hear you, Nina Alexi. I cannot hear you. No, no, no. I cannot hear you. Now I am inviting a poetess Mili to read out her third poem today. Mili.
Now my third poem, the love, it is a love poem. The title of the poem, First Kiss. That day when you came closer to me was the first time I heard your spontaneous heartbeat. My eyes glanced at your eyes. I saw your eyes were closed. Your beautiful face was so charming. We could both feel a light, warm touch. It was an ecstatic joy for us. Slowly I closed my eyes, and your trembling lips touched my left cheek. It lasted for a few minutes. I can't take breath freely. Yet there was plenty of pure air. Oh dear, what feelings you gave me that day. Again, you came closer to me. You kissed my neck, my lips. Your charming perfume scattered all over the room and blended into my body. That moment was a pleasant flings for me. That day when you gave me my first kiss, that was the best gift of your love. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, poetess Milidas, for your beautiful poem again. Now I am inviting poetess Gulnoza Amirova from Uzbekistan. Now I am inviting poetess Gulnoza Amirova.
The next poem is about friendship. I want to read in my mother language. Yillar o'tdi, uchgan ayta o'q. Gohi yarim, gohi ko'ngil to'q. Unutmoqqa biroq chora yo'q. Sizni hamon sog'inmoqdaman. Sizsiz kulgan kunlarim bekor, yodingizsiz o'ylarim bekor. Mana, yolg'iz o'tiribman jim, ayting, mendek sog'inadi kim? Kelmasligingiz bilib ham oylab, hozir kelib qolar deb o'ylab, ko'z yosh ila yo'lingiz poylab, sizni hamon sog'inmoqdaman. Unutganday xuddi dunyoni, armon bo'lib, orzu xayolni, sog'inchimning yo'qdek poyoni, men bugun sog'inmoqdaman. Mana qoldim ko'z yoshla birga, baxtim cho'kdi qalbim qa'riga, chidolmay ayriliq azobiga, sizni doim sog'inmoqdaman. Thank you.
Thank you, Gulnoza Amirova, for your beautiful poem again. Now I am inviting Pilar López Amorelli from Argentina to read out her third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. It's about a new love. And I'm going to read in my mother language also. Sigiloso. Entraste por la rendija de la puerta y anidaste en mi corazón. Te aferraste a verdades valederas y conquistaste mi intuición. Conseguiste abrirte camino por senderos escurridizos. Te volviste custodio de pensares azarosos. Fuiste testigo del amor prohibido. Caminaste a través del mismo abismo de deseos incomprendidos. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your beautiful poem, Pilar López Amorelli. Again and again, thank you very much. Nina Alexi, do you hear me? Unmute your
Hear
phone.
you. Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Please be continue.
Okay.
You read two poems. Continue, please.
I'm going to read one poem, which is
Thank
called
you.
Winners We Are. Lethal lies flagellating in the hot sun, burning at high noon from the northern winds, burst into a frantic dance in the rattle of death drums, in nature singing softly mourning for the brave rainbows we have killed. White-feathered blue-beaked birds peel off the pain from Mother Earth. Torrential rains washing away the hardships and the grime, and naked she was left. Our Homeric nights far gone when moulding dreams. How many times did we flirt with death? Nightmares and thunderstorms we've escaped. Take off the ancient masks of tragedy. Walk bare naked with our truth, for we are destined to be free. Break the chains of slavery. No more wars, hunger, and tyranny, for you are free. I give my lungs to you to breathe. Let your heart open so light can flow and love to grow. Only with the eyes of the soul one can see that we are all one and for eternity. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, you read your last poem. Nina
Okay.
Alexi, please read your last poem. Thank you.
Okay. It's called transmutation. The hosts pierce through the light, implanted like an antibody, submerging the ambivalent dimensions of the sophisticated beings, mirroring now fatally alien wills and ideologies. And yet I still insist to embellish your image, man, through the labyrinthine spirals of the brain, where I've paved the way into your deep shaded forests. Thank you.
Thank you very
Mama,
much. Thank you very much
thank
for
you.
your beautiful poem. Finally, you
Thank you.
have to read three poems. Thank you very much. Due to electricity problem and other network problem, and in Dhaka now it is heavy raining beside my building, so I could not continue this program now this time. But I am hopefully, and again I am telling that this participated will be joined very soon for next program. As our every program we have to recite 4 poems every day. But today, due to the environmental problem, the weather is very bad in Dhaka today. So the three poems after read every poet, and it is finished now. So thank you very much everyone for joining here today, and God bless you. Finally, I am going to Lucilla Trapazzo to say something about today's program. Only 1 minute. Time is very short. Anytime our phone or laptop will be closed. So please tell me only 1 minute about program.
Yes, yes. What I want to say is that in these terrible moments that we are facing in the world, what can we do with poetry? Not much, but programs like this one, where you put together different cultures, different languages, are like bridges, are like open hands, because knowing the difference, knowing different cultures, we can open ourselves, and maybe we can be the history of the future. We can write the history of the future with peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I am going to Krisha Nikolakis to say something, only 30 seconds for program and about your feelings today. Krisha Nikolakis, my friend. Only 30 seconds, please. Krisha Nikolakis.
Yes, just a minute, because what I want to do is tell everybody the translated poem of yours. So I will say it in Greek, right?
Right.
Yes. Ένα φλιτζάνι καφέ σε μία διψασμένη ψυχή κι η μορφή σου. Ζωγραφίζω το σούρουπο με ρόδινες αποχρώσεις, αφαιρώ τον γκρι της υποκρισίας, ανάβω το φως της αγάπης. Όποτε σε φτάνω, νιώθω την ουσία του προσώπου σου και ξεχνώ ότι ο καφές θα κρυώσει. Καρέ-καρέ μετεωρίζω τις υποσχέσεις του παρόντος και του μέλλοντος στην οθόνη του νου. Αγάπη μου, θέλω να μείνω δίπλα σου αιώνια και να γευτώ ένα ζεστό φλιτζάνι καφέ, εκστασιασμένος από τη δύναμη της ζωής. This is my translation to my dear friend Toufiq on his poem called You and a Cup of Coffee. So I would like, if we have time, to say it in English,
There is,
your poem.
my friend, there is no more time to read poem today because
It's
the
okay. I said it in Greek.
electricity has gone.
It's
So
okay. It's a great poem.
anytime laptop will be closed. So thank you very much for
It's
your
a great
comment.
poem of yours.
Thank you. Now, thank you very much. Now I am going to poetess Mili to say something about only 30 seconds. Poetess Mili.
I'll say about the program.
For your feelings to recite the poem with all the important poetess around the world. You can say.
Line in.
It is a beautiful program, and we all are in one roof. That is a big clap to all of the poets, that every country, but we all are in one roof, one family, and it is our best scope that online program help us to join with every corner of the world, and it is a big facility to all of us, that every corner of the world, but we are in a family by poetry, we are in a family by words, we are in a family by sentence. Our feelings and our everything are same, because our one porichoy, one identity is we are all poet, and our feelings are the same. Our love is the same.
Thank
And
you.
thank you
Thank you
so much
very
to
much.
Tawfiq
Thank you.
Bhai. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
to
Thank you,
Tawfiq Bhai.
poetess Milidas. Just 1 minute in my hand. Just 1 minute. I am going to Gulnoza Amirova.
For all of you, because of this amazing project, we could introduce our poems, and uh, we could know each other, and we were like one group, one family.